Members of the House, please be seated.
Will the House come to order? Mr. Clerk.
Aloha and good evening. Today's invocation will be delivered by Representative Linda Ichiyama. Will the members who wish to participate please rise?
You may be seated. Good evening, members. I just wanted to share with you tonight a prayer that has helped me in many difficult times as a legislator. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you.
And thank you, Representative. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Aquino, Ms. Bellotti, Mr. Bronco, Mr. Cullen, Ms. DeCoit, Ms. Eli, Mr. Ganaden, Mr. Gates, Ms. Har,
Present.
Mr. Hashem, Mr. Hashimoto, Mr. Holt, Ms. Ichiyama, Mr. Iligan, Mr. Johansson, Ms. Capella, Ms. Kitagawa, Mr. Bertrand Kobayashi, Mr. Dale Kobayashi, Mr. Kong,
He's here.
Mr. Lopresti, Ms. Lowen, Ms. Luke, Ms. Martin, Mr. Matayoshi, Ms. Matsumoto, Mr. McDermott, Mr. McKelvey, Ms. Morikawa, Ms. Nakamura, Mr. Nakashima, Mr. Nishimoto, Mr. Ono, Ms. Okimoto, Mr. Onishi, Ms. Peruso, Mr. Quinlan, Mr. Saiki, Mr. Sayama, Mr. Takayama, Mr. Takumi, Mr. Tam, Mr. Tarnas, Mr. Todd, Mr. Tokioka, Mr. Ward, Ms. Wildberger, Mr. Woodson, Mr. Yamane, Mr. Yamashita, Mr. Speaker.
Here.
Mr. Speaker, all 51 members are present.
And thank you very much. Reading of the Journal, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, may this matter be deferred.
So ordered. Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Are there any messages from the Governor?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of Governor's Message number 1108, informing the House that Senate Bill number 1127, Senate Draft 1, House Draft 2, was signed into law on April 20th, 2021, and designated as Act 8. We are in further receipt of Governor's Message number 1109, informing the House that House Bill number 1115 was signed into law on April 22nd, 2021, and designated as Act 9. May these matters be received and filed.
So ordered. Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Are there any Senate communications?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, if you and the members will turn your attention to the addendum to today's order of the day. We are in receipt of a communication informing the House that the Senate has reconsidered action in disagreeing to the amendments proposed by the House, has moved to agree and pass the noted Senate bill on final reading. We are in further receipt of a communication informing the House that the Senate has disagreed to the amendments proposed by the House to the noted Senate concurrent resolutions. We are in further receipt of communications informing the House that the Senate has appointed conferees to the noted House and Senate bills. Finally, we are in receipt of communications informing the House that the Senate has made changes to the conferees to the noted House and Senate bills.
Thank you very much. Item number 5, reports of conference committees. Members, please note the 48-hour notice for conference committee reports numbers 1 through 12. Members, we're on page 4, item 6, final reading. Representative Bellotti for the motion to agree.
Mr. Speaker, I move to agree to the amendments made by the Senate to House Bill 33 HD1, House Bill 72 HD2, House Bill 77 HD1, House Bill 78 HD1, House Bill 125 HD2, House Bill 149 HD1, House Bill 171 HD1, House Bill 181 HD1, House Bill 247, House Bill 250 HD2, House Bill 286 HD1, House Bill 338 HD1, House Bill 352 HD1, House Bill 416 HD2, House Bill 465 HD1, House Bill 471 HD1, House Bill 566 HD1, House Bill 572 HD1, House Bill 601 HD2, House Bill 663 HD1, House Bill 670 HD1, House Bill 671 HD2, House Bill 741 HD2, House Bill 753 HD1, House Bill 817 HD2, House Bill 895, House Bill 929 HD1, House Bill 940 HD2, House Bill 1004 HD1, House Bill 1009 HD1, House Bill 1017 HD1, House Bill 1018 HD2, House Bill 1021 HD1, House Bill 1028, House Bill 1029, House Bill 1030 HD2, House Bill 1036 HD1, House Bill 1062 HD2, House Bill 1086 HD1, House Bill 1096 HD2, House Bill 11002 HD1, House Bill 1107 HD1, House Bill 1237 HD1.
Thank you very much. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you. Any discussion on the motion to agree? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed saying no. Motion is carried. For the suspension of the rules, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules of the House in order to consider certain House bills for final reading by consent calendar.
Thank you very much. Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. This will be by voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Bellotti for the motion to pass final reading.
Mr. Speaker, I move that said House bills with Senate drafts as listed on pages 4 through 12 pass final reading.
Thank you very much, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Members, page 4, House Bill 33, discussion. House Bill number 72, discussion. House Bill 77, House Bill 78, House Bill 125, discussion. House Bill 149, House Bill 171, discussion. House Bill 181, House Bill 247, House Bill 250, House Bill 286, House Bill 338, House Bill 352, House Bill 416. Yes, Representative Nishimoto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In support?
In support, please proceed.
Thank you. I want to start off by thanking the Chair of Ag and the Chair of Judiciary, as well as the Senate Chairs of Ag and Chair of Judiciary for their hard work on this bill. This is a bill I've worked on for several years. The inspiration behind this bill is our friend Buzz, who most of you know was badly abused for many years. And I hope through this bill, we're able to give animal rights advocates another tool to combat animal abuse. And it's my hope that through this law, through Buzz's law, other animals will not be abused like Buzz was. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Representative Lowen.
Thank you, Speaker. I'd like to recognize the representative from Kaimuki for his work on this important bill, Buzz's Law, and to adopt his words as if they were my own.
So ordered, and I assume you're in support. Yes, in support. Yes, Representative Quinlan.
In support.
So please proceed in support.
And may I adopt the words of the representative from Kaimuki as if they were my own.
So ordered. Thank you, Representative. Representative Wahlberger.
In strong support, please.
So ordered.
Just want to thank the representative from Kaimuki for his good work on this, for offering protection for the voiceless.
So noted. Thank you, Representative. Representative Tokioka.
Same request.
So ordered. Thank you, Representative. Further discussion, Representative Decoy.
Same request.
So ordered. Thank you, Representative. Representative Takayama.
Same request.
So ordered. Thank you, Representative. Further discussion, members. Yes, Representative Morikawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In support.
So ordered. Please proceed in support.
Thank you. Many of us love Buzz, and I'd like to adopt the words of the representative from Kaimuki as if they were my own.
So ordered. Thank you. Representative Tam.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In support,
In support, please proceed.
I want to thank the representative from Kaimuki for this work. And, as a dog owner, this hits close to home for me as well. And I would like to have his words inserted into the journal as if they were my own.
So ordered. Thank you very much, Representative. Any Further discussion? Yes, Representative Bellotti.
I also stand in strong support and have the words of the representative from Kaimuki, also just all of Kapahulu, Makali, Mo'ili'ili adopted as if they are my own.
So ordered. Thank you very much, Representative. Further discussion, members? If not, thank you very much. House Bill 465, discussion. House Bill 471. House Bill 566, discussion. House Bill 572. House Bill 601. House Bill 663, discussion. House Bill 670, discussion. House Bill 671. House Bill 741. House Bill 753. Yes, Representative LaPresti.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In opposition.
Opposition, please proceed.
Thank you. I first of all recognize the problem it's trying to solve, school impact fees, waiving them. We certainly need to see more Department of Hawaiian Homeland homes. My problem with the bill is that this will inextricably exacerbate a lack of school infrastructure for those people, as well as for especially people in the west side of Oahu, where I represent. We still have the largest high school in the state that still is lacking massive infrastructure. We still need a new, even larger high school for that community, and I just feel that this is it's trying to help one constituency by taking away from another one that needs help. And I just don't like that way of problem solving. And so I have to be in opposition for the kids. Thanks.
Thank you, Representative. Further discussion, members? House Bill 753. If not, thank you very much. House Bill 817, discussion. House Bill 895. House Bill 929. House Bill 940. House Bill 1004. House Bill 1009, discussion. House Bill 1017. House Bill 1018. House Bill 1021. House Bill 1028. House Bill 1029. House Bill 1030. House Bill 1036. House Bill 1062. House Bill 1086. House Bill 1096. Yes, Representative Sayama.
In strong support, Mr. Speaker.
Strong support, please proceed.
I'd like to thank my constituents as well as Affirm Hawaii for bringing this issue up to my attention, as well as thanking the chairs of the subject matter committees for passing this bill through. I look forward to this working group's results and to work with them to update Hawaii's laws to reflect the new standards of parentage laws in Hawaii. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Further discussion, members? If not, thank you very much. House Bill 1102, discussion.
Mr. Speaker?
Representative Har.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Please have the clerk register a no vote for me on this bill.
So ordered. In opposition?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Representative. Further discussion, Representative Ward.
Speaker, in opposition, brief comment.
Opposition on House Bill 1102, please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, this is the bill that if you release a helium or a balloon lighter with air lighter than the normal air, you're going to get $500 fine. I've got a bit of a problem with that in that I know there are some people who do massive either events where you release 200. I think that probably would be fitting, but this is an overreach. It says you're giving a kid a birthday party and the balloon goes out because you're in a picnic and it goes into the sky, you're going to get a $500 fine. Mr. Speaker, I can't imagine us regulating hot air as politicians. I just find this really, really difficult. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative. Further discussion, Representative Quinlan.
Mr. Speaker, in support.
In support, please
But with
proceed.
a caveat, I don't think this bill goes far enough, Mr. Speaker. I think that we should actually ban the sale of all balloons. And to the Minority Leader Emeritus' point, this bill only deals with intentional release. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Further discussion, members? Okay, if not, thank you very much. We're going to move on to House Bill 1107, discussion. Last bill on this page, House Bill 1237, discussion. Okay, if there's no further discussion, members, let's go to Representative Morikawa for the vote.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the measures before us, all majority members vote aye with the exception of the following. On page 4, HB number 77, HD1, SD1, the following vote no. Eli, Capella, and Peruso. On page 7, HB number 601, HD2, SD1, the following vote no. Capella and Peruso. On page 8, HB number 753, HD1, SD2, Rep. Lopresti votes no. And on page 12, HB number 1102, HD1, SD2, the following vote no. Decoit, Kong, and Tokioka.
Thank you, Representative Matsumoto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the measures before us, all minority members vote aye, with the exception of the following. On page 6, HB 286, HD1, SD2, Representative Okimoto votes no. And on page 12, HB 1096, HD2, SD1, Representatives McDermott and Ward vote no. And on HB 1102, HD1, SD2, Representatives Okimoto and Ward vote no.
Thank you very much. For remote participants, did we cover all of your no votes? Thank you. Have all votes been cast, members? Did we miss anyone? Yes. Representative Har, I just want to confirm, 1102, no vote?
Correct, Mr. Speaker.
No vote for 1102?
That's correct.
Yes. Confirm. Thank you very much, Representative. Have
Thank you,
all...
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Representative Har.
Oh, no, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just want to confirm, members, have we missed any votes? Have all your no votes been counted? Okay, since all votes have been counted, said bills pass final reading. Members, please turn to your digital action sheets. We'll be taking up two motions. One to suspend the rules to reconsider our previous action in disagreeing with the Senate amendments, and one to reconsider our previous action and give notice of our intent to agree. For the motion to suspend, Representative Bellotti.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules of the House to reconsider action previously taken in disagreeing to amendments made by the Senate to certain House bills.
Thank you very much. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Members, motion to suspend, this will be by voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Motion to reconsider, Representative Bellotti.
Mr. Speaker, I move to reconsider action previously taken in disagreeing to the amendments made by the Senate and to give notice of the intent to agree to the amendments to the following 9 House bills as referenced on your digital action sheets. House Bill 136, House Draft 1. House Bill 391, House Draft 3. House Bill 490, House Draft 2. House Bill 515, House Draft 1. House Bill 767, House Draft 2. House Bill 991, House Draft 2. House Bill 1020, House Draft 1. House Bill 1041, House Draft 1. And House Bill 1322, House Draft 1.
Thank you very much. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Members, this will be by voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Members, we'll now be taking up House concurrent resolutions on your digital action sheets. There'll be two motions, one to agree to the Senate amendments and one to adopt the resolutions. Representative Bellotti for the motion to agree.
Mr. Speaker, I move to agree to the amendments made by the Senate to the following House concurrent resolutions as referenced on your digital action sheets. HCR 5, HCR 11, HD1, HCR 35, HCR 37, House Draft 1, HCR 44, HCR 69 HD1, HCR 76, HCR 81, House Draft 1, HCR 96, HCR 97, HCR 112, HCR 132, House Draft 1, HCR 137, House Draft 1, HCR 154, HCR 162, House Draft 1, HCR 163, House Draft 1, HCR 166, House Draft 2, and HCR 189, House Draft 1.
Thank you very much. Representative Morikawa?
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. This will be by voice vote. This is the motion to agree. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed saying no. The motion is carried. Representative Bellotti for the motion to adopt.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the following House concurrent resolutions be adopted. HCR 5, SD1, HCR 11, House Draft 1, Senate Draft 1, HCR 35, SD1, HCR 37, HD1, SD1, HCR 44, SD1, HCR 69, HD1, SD1, HCR 76, SD2, HCR 81, HD1, SD1, HCR 96, SD1, HCR 97, SD1, HCR 112, SD1, HCR 132, HD1, SD1, HCR 137, HD1, SD1, HCR 154, SD1, HCR 162, HD1, SD1, HCR 163, HD1, SD1, HCR 166, HD2, SD2, HCR 189, HD1, SD1, and that's it.
Thank you very much. I apologize. HCR 166?
Yes, HCR 166, HD2, SD1.
Correct. And the last one was HCR 189 HD1 SD1. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, thank you very much. Representative Morikawa for the second.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Okay, members, this will be by, I'm sorry, we're going to go through and discuss the resolutions. So for HCR 5, discussion. HCR 11, discussion. HCR 35. HCR 37. HCR 44. HCR 69. HCR 76, HCR 81, HCR 96, HCR 97, HCR 112, HCR 132, HCR 137, House Concurrent Resolution Number 154.
Mr. Speaker, quick recess, please.
You're asking for recess?
Recess, please.
Sure, short recess.
Members of the House, please be seated.
Will the House come to order? Chair recognizes Representative Bellotti.
Mr. Speaker, request to withdraw the motion to adopt the House concurrent resolutions as amended by the Senate and to defer for one legislative day.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Representative. Representative Bellotti for the motion to disagree.
Mr. Speaker, I move to disagree to the amendments made by the Senate to HCR 104, House Draft 1, and HCR 178, as referenced on your digital action sheet.
Thank you very much. Representative Morikawa.
Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Members, this will be by voice vote. Motion to disagree. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed saying no. The motion is carried. Members, are there any announcements? Representative Lowen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to take a minute on the floor to recognize that today is the 51st anniversary of Earth Day, which was founded in 1970. Last year was the 50th, and many events were planned to celebrate the 50th that had to be canceled because of COVID, so I didn't want to miss the opportunity this year. The initial Earth Day marked a moment when many Americans recognized that we must start thinking about doing things differently and not operating our economy in such a way that we cause continual cumulative damage to the environment. The initial Earth Day and environmental movement in the U.S. led to the creation of the EPA, the Clean Air and Clean Water Acts, the Endangered Species Act, and OSHA. And yet, despite these accomplishments now today, we are living with the consequences of having failed to successfully meet those challenges that were recognized 51 years ago. We still grapple with how to reduce emissions from transportation and power plants, pollution and runoff that threaten coral reefs, growing landfills, and plastic pollution that has made its way into the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink, and an alarming loss of biodiversity as wilderness and wildlife disappear. And unfortunately, we don't have 51 more years left to solve these problems. If we cannot change course, we are headed rapidly toward an Earth that will be radically changed and potentially uninhabitable. This could happen in our lifetime, and it will happen in the lifetime of our children if we cannot take collective action in time. So as we wrap up this legislative session, I'm proud of what we have all accomplished together, including some great bills that look like they will pass relating to the climate crisis, clean energy, clean transportation, sea level rise, and conservation. But we also have so much more work to do if we are to meet the huge challenges ahead. So today, on the 51st Earth Day, let us recommit together to our kuleana to work together to be the leaders that future generations and the planet need us to be.
Thank you, Representative. Further announcements, Representative Ward, followed by Representative Tokioka and Wildberger.
Thank you, Speaker. It's not only Earth Day, it's also the Peace Corps' birthday. This is the 60th anniversary from President Kennedy's founding of the Peace Corps in 1961, with 250,000 of Americans who have served overseas. In Hawaii, there's been 1,600, Speaker. And you know our colleague Richard Cregan, who's a Peace Corps volunteer, our colleague, former Representative Jim Shawn, and yours truly served in the Peace Corps. In fact, people wonder why you're so independent. Well, if you live 2 years in the jungles of Borneo, you get to be a little bit independent-minded. But the bottom line is this, Mr. Speaker. This is Peace Corps Week, and I know some of you have had staffers who wanted to join the Peace Corps. You've come to talk to me. I just want to open that up again. As anyone interested in joining the Peace Corps, this is the time to do it. This is the place in the nation. And if we want a better world, we've got to be able to do the economic and the social and otherwise development that the Peace Corps has done. So I'm very proud to announce this is the Peace Corps Week, and anyone who's interested in doing that, I would be more than glad to help to give information. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Representative, for your service. Representative Tokioka.
Thank you, Speaker. Not an announcement, but a point of clarification. As the Majority Leader was going through the different bills and rezos, and this is something new on the action sheets, I'm assuming that these are not big changes, because on the yellow sheets that we used to get, we can at least follow and find out which bills have issues that we may have to vote with reservations or no votes. And this process is very hard to allow us to do that. So I'm not sure if we're going to do the same thing tomorrow, but hopefully we can get more clarifications, because I'm not sure if everybody knew exactly what rezos and bills we were voting on and what information was in there that we didn't get on a sheet.
So excellent point, and I think that's why the leadership asked that we defer it for one legislative day, the resolutions, concurrent resolutions, but we'll do our best to keep everyone updated on the measures before us.
So that was all the resolutions that we're carrying over to tomorrow, or
All the House concurrent resolutions deferred one legislative day.
and the bills too, or just the resolutions?
Just the resolutions, we already voted. The bills were for notice, intent to agree.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Representative Wahlberger?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tomorrow we're carrying on the tradition of our esteemed retired colleague Cynthia Thielen with Aloha Friday Hemp Day, and I invite everyone to wear their hemp apparel that you may have received from Cynthia Thielen, and in the event you don't happen to have anything hemp, simply wear any organic textile that you might feel comfortable in. We're going to take photos in the rotunda at 5:30 tomorrow night before sessions. So please join us for Hemp Day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you, Representative. Further announcements, members? Okay, if not, we've got two motions. The first motion is to keep the journal open. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move to keep the journal open until midnight for the purpose of receiving conference committee reports and accompanying drafts.
Thank you very much. Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Moved and seconded. This will be by voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed saying no. The motion is carried. For the motion to recess, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this House stand in recess until 6:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed saying no. The motion is carried. The House stands in recess until 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. Recess.